Hi guys, you're welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be learning how to make some homemade meat pie with and without an oven, okay? And without wasting your time, let's get started. So we're going to start from the meat pie filling, and to make this, you're going to need some beef, some minced meat basically. So you can either get the packaged minced meat from the market or just get your raw beef from the market. Put it in a blender and blend it. That is all. That is how to make your minced meat without any stress at all. And you can as well just buy your regular minced meat from any supermarket close to you. So now that we have our meat ready, we're going to set that aside, and now we have to prepare our veggies, okay? So starting with the carrots, so just go to your local market and get some carrots. Now we are going to dice this carrots into some small square sizes, but you're going to start by scraping up the back of the carrots just to make sure that the carrot is clean and there's no nyama nyama on the carrot. Now you're going to cut the carrot into thick fat slabs, okay, so that we can properly dice this carrot. I'm sure a lot of you already know how to dice your carrot from the fried rice video that we did the other day, okay? So in case you don't know, just keep watching. So you're going to now cut into some long stripes like this, okay? So after cutting into long stripes like this, you're going to bring everything together, and that way it's going to be easy for you to dice into some finely equal bite sizes, so that your carrot will not be looking very big inside your meat pie. We don't want that. So make sure you cut your carrot the way I am cutting it, okay? So now we are done with our carrots. We're going to set it aside, and now we have to get some Irish potatoes. Go to your local market and ask them for Irish potatoes. So you're going to thoroughly wash it, and you're going to peel off the back of this Irish potato. We don't need it, so you have to take it out like completely, and you're going to also dice this Irish potato, you guys, into small sizes, okay? So basically just dice it the way you dice the carrots, okay? Cut into long slabs, bring together, and then just dice it. That is all. It is very, very easy. That way you would have a very equal, not too big and not too small size of your Irish potato as a filling, okay? So now we have our Irish potato well diced. We are also going to set this aside, okay? And we're going to continue with the remaining ingredients, okay? You guys know I always like to show this part because I don't want anything to be missing. So this is our onions. You're also going to dice these onions into small sizes. We are going to be using these onions as well for our filling, okay? So after dicing your onions, you guys, these are the ingredients we're going to be needing: your meat, your potatoes, your carrots, and your onions. Yeah, of course, the seasoning powder and the salt will also be added as well. So in your pan, you're going to place a pan on medium to low heat. You're going to add some oil. You guys, as usual, the full list of the ingredients will be in the description box, so just make sure you check it. Okay, so I added some oil. Now we're going to go in with some onions when your oil is hot, or maybe not too hot, okay? You're going to just, stir together, and then you're going to go in with your minced meat, okay? Remember I said you can also get your minced meat package from the supermarket, or you can just get some raw beef. Use your blender, your grater. You can even tell them in the market to help you dice the meat into small. They have a way of mincing the meat by themselves. Tell them you want to use it for meat pie. If you don't have a blender, they will mince it for you in the market, okay? So now you're going to just put the meat in and then stir to break up any clumps in the meat, okay? So just break it up. So guys, when you start to stir, it's going to look as if there's water coming out from the meat. That is absolutely normal, okay? It's going to dry up later, right? Can you guys see the water? Now you're going to add your salt. You're also going to add your seasoning powder. You're going to add some curry. You can add some thyme and any of your favorite spices. Just basically use what you feel like using. You can also add some ginger, some garlic powder. like I did, just a little bit, not too much, okay? So you're going to just mix together and then leave this meat to cook maybe for like 10 to 15 minutes so that the meat can be well cooked before we add the other ingredients, okay? So guys, we are about to add our carrots and our Irish potato, and basically that's just the ingredients that we need for this filling. You don't need to do too much, okay? So just mix together, you guys, and then you're going to add some water, a little bit of water, so that the Irish potato especially can cook through, okay? And you're going to just allow this to cook for another 10 to 12 minutes. And then you guys, I forgot something, some Scotch bonnet pepper. For some extra heat. This is not compulsory at all, it is optional, but you guys, just add it, especially if you like it. This is the pepper that I use, Scotch bonnet pepper atarudo. So you're going to just mix this together to properly combine. You are going to add a little bit of water, okay? So I covered this and left this to cook for about 10 minutes, and then when we got back, this is what we have, okay? Our sauce is looking very dry, there is no water, there is no excess moisture in our sauce, and now we are going to add a paste in the sauce. What you need is just to get half cup of water and then a tablespoon of flour, your regular flour, your all-purpose flour, okay? So this is going to thicken the sauce and just basically bring the sauce together. So mix thoroughly, make sure there are no lumps in your mixture, okay? And you're going to now pour this mixture in your filling, your sauce, your meaty sauce. So just pour it around it. If it's too thick, you can always add more water, okay? If it's looking as if it's not thick at all, you can add more, make some more paste with the flour and the water and then pour it in again. But immediately you add this, the sauce should start to thicken immediately and then start to come together. So this flour paste is supposed to act as a binder to bring the filling together, okay? If you don't add it, it will not be nice. So make sure you add the flour paste, okay? So this is what we have. We are going to set this aside and leave this to cool where we make our dough. So in a bowl, we're going to start by sifting our flour. You guys, remember I always tell you that whenever you want to make anything baking, you always start by sifting out your flour, okay? So you're going to add I'm using about 4 cups of flour. And did you guys see the way I leveled the cup of flour? Okay, so don't heap your flour in the cup, just level it, okay, to get the proper measurement. Now we are going to sift our flour into a bowl. Sifting your flour will make your flour lighter, will break up any lumps in your flour. It just make it easy for you to work with, okay? So now we're going to add some sugar, not too much sugar. The full list of the ingredients will be in the description box, so just check in. And I'm also going to be adding some baking powder, your salt, about half a teaspoon is okay. You're going to mix this together thoroughly, and then you're going to get some margarine. You can use your butter, but I always like to use margarine, whether salted or unsalted, right? So just get your margarine from the local markets. They call it cooking margarine. Just get it. This is about 250 grams. Basically, a sachet of this margarine is okay. So you're going to now it's time for you to get your hands dirty with your hands, both hands, if possible. You're going to just mix this together. Mix this till you get a crumbly consistency, almost looking like breadcrumbs, if you know what I mean. Okay, so just mix together till it is well combined. It should look like this. The color will definitely change because of the margarine, and it's going to be very, very crumbly, okay? So when you get to this point, okay, we are going to be adding some eggs. I'm going to be using about 2 eggs. I know a lot of recipes out there don't actually use eggs in their dough for meat pie, but I prefer mine with eggs because it makes it more crunchy, it makes it more, sweet, it doesn't make it dry, okay? So you can as well decide not to add eggs to yours, okay? But I really recommend you add some eggs. So I'm using just about 2 eggs, whisk thoroughly, and then just pour the eggs in your bowl of flour and mix together. You're also going to be adding some water as well. I'm using cold water. Okay, the measurement of everything in this bowl will be in the description. Make sure you check it. Now we're going to use our hands to mix together. Just use your clean hands to mix this together into a dough. So now that we have our dough, yes, we are going to flour a work surface and we're going to place this dough on it and we're going to knead for few minutes, not too long. We are not trying to make bread here. We are trying to just make a dough. I just want to try to make the dough a little bit more softer and maybe easy to work with. So just knead rather for a few minutes, okay, till you have a softer dough like this. And now you're going to cover up. You can put in your bowl immediately and cover it up with a plastic wrap, or just use a plastic wrap to just cover this up, okay? So we have our dough all wrapped up. We're going to drop this in the fridge for about 45 to 1 hour just to make the dough, a little bit cold, especially because of the butter inside it. Okay, so this is what our dough is looking like. Now we're going to just cut this dough into smaller sizes and we're going to roll it out. And you guys, in case you notice that your dough is starting to look greasy, okay, it's starting to look as if oil is coming out of it, don't worry. All you have to do is just to fly a work surface, place it on it, and then use your rolling pin to just roll the dough out, okay? Just roll the dough out so that it will not stick to your work surface, okay? So just roll it out, and then after rolling out, make sure it's not too flat and it's not too thick either. You're going to get this thing they call your meat pie cutter. You can get it from any store. I think it comes in a set of 3 to 4 and it's quite very affordable, okay? If you can get it, just use it. If you can't, I will show you other ways of cutting your meat pie, of making your meat pie, okay, without a cutter like this. But if you're using a cutter, just place the flattened dough in the middle of the cutter. Make sure it's well fitted. You're going to get your filling, the one we made earlier. You guys, by now it should have cooled down, like completely cold, not hot, okay? You're going to now fill your dough with the filling, and you're going to just use water to tap the edge so that it can seal properly, okay? Now you're going to just close it up. With a cutter, making your meat pie is very, very easy. Like, just put it in, close it up, and then that's all, okay? It's quite easy and does not take time at all. So this is the first one that we have out. Look at that meat pie. Be very careful when you're taking this out so that it will not go and scatter. Okay, so now this is the second pie. Pay attention to the way we are doing this. So just roll it out, okay, till you have a flat dough, and then get your meat pie cutter. Put the dough in the middle of the meat pie cutter like this, okay? Make sure everything is well fitted inside it. No mistakes. You're going to put your filling rather, inside the dough, and you're going to close up your meat pie cutter, put some water at the edge so that it can seal up properly, and then that is all. you have your meat pie ready to be baked. You're going to set it aside. And now for those of you that don't have a cutter, this is what you can do. After flattening your dough, rolling it out with your rolling pin, you're going to get a bowl, a plate, anything, something that looks like this, and then just put this in the middle of your flattened dough, right? And then use a knife to just cut around it. It is very, very easy, okay? So that I can get that round perfect shape. Use a knife to cut around it until you have something that looks like this. Okay, let's open this up now. That looks like this. Okay, so now you're going to now fill this with your dough, but not too much, okay, so that it will be able to close up properly, not too much filling, because if it's too much it's going to start leaking out and we don't want that. So also use your water to just rub the edges of your pie and then close it up like you just saw me did. Just make sure you use your hand to tap to seal up the edge. Then get your fork and then use your fork to just further seal up the edge of your pie. So the fork is there to seal up the edge and also to give it that beautiful meat pie color. So this is what we have. Our meat pie, not too big and obviously not too small, but maybe a little bit smaller than the one we use that meat pie cutter for. Okay, for those of you that don't have an oven, this is how to bake without your oven. Just get a flat pan. It could be a pizza pan. It could even be the cover of your pot. Okay, then you're going to use your margarine to rub the pan so that your meat pie will not stick to the pan. You're going to now place your meat pie on it one by one. And for those that have an oven, get your baking pan out, put some parchment paper on it. You can use foil paper if you like, but preferably a parchment paper, and arrange your meat pie, the one we use our cutter and all of those ceremonies to do. And then on top of your meat pie, you are going to use your fork to poke holes in the middle of it. Okay, this will help the steam inside the meat pie to escape very, very well without affecting the pie itself. Okay, then you're going to get your egg. One egg is okay. You're going to beat it very well. You can add a teaspoon of either milk or water, whatever you have, and just brush your egg wash. It is called egg wash. Brush it on top of your meat pie. It's going to give it that golden brown color that we all love. It's just going to make your meat pie to come out very, very nice and crunchy and nice. So make sure you don't skip this step, and make sure you brush your meat pie when you're about to bake. Okay, so when you know that your oven is ready and you're about to bake, that is when you should brush with your egg wash. So now we've put that in the oven. So for those of you that don't have an oven, put your pan or your pot on medium heat, add some salt. The salt is going to act as a base for the baking. You're going to get a stand like this. You can take your stove stand, you can take any stand that you can find, and then you're going to just cover this up to eat for like 10 minutes. When your pan is very hot, you're going to place your meat pie on it and you're going to cover it up. That is all. You're going to leave this to bake for, it takes longer anyway, for like an hour, 30 minutes, depending on what you're using. Okay, but trust me, it's going to come out really nice, just like as if you baked it. So I left this to bake for between 20 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees, and this is what we have: golden brown and very crunchy and flaky, and the inside is very moist. Let's open it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Can you guys see? Yeah, the inside is very, very moist and very nice. You guys, this is one of the best meat pie you will ever make. I'm not even hyping it, just try it and see. Okay, and by the Hi guys, you're welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be learning how to make some bread sandwiches in 2 different ways with the gadgets and the ingredients that you have. Are you ready? Let's get started. So the first one is actually a chicken sandwich. It's so easy to make, and we're going to start by getting some chicken breast. That's the boneless part of your chicken. We are now going to season it. Some salt, your seasoning powder, black pepper, and paprika powder. Okay, so to make our work easier, I'm mixing the spices together so that we can marinate our chicken with it, and then we grill it. Okay, so you're going to get your chicken from the market. This is about half a kilo thereabout. So you're going to pour the seasoning all over it and then rub it all over the chicken so that your chicken breast can be tasty. So just rub till you are sure that it is well coated. And of course, you already know how we do it. I'm going to put a list of the ingredients in the description box so that you can find it easier to make when you want to make yours. Okay, so just make sure you check it out. Now we are done with the chicken. We are going to grill it, you guys. So right now I have my grill pan on medium to low heat. I just sprinkled some vegetable oil and I'm going to lay my chicken on the pan and allow this to just grill evenly as I flip over continuously to make sure that the chicken is well cooked. You can even cut it down if you feel like your chicken breast is too big for your pan to handle. Yeah, which is what I did as well. And the reason why I'm using this pan is because I don't want you to have an excuse of, oh, I don't have an oven. That's why I cannot grill the chicken. So you can use your pan to grill your chicken as well. So if you have an oven, just put it in your oven, set a timer for it, and allow it to grill. So when you're done, you are now going to shred your chicken into small tiny bits like this. Yes, we are making a chicken sandwich and we need some shredded chicken, which was why we had to go through all the process of grilling our chicken. So now that we have it, we're going to set it aside and we move to the next ingredient, which is your cabbage. I hope you are following. Okay, you're going to get your cabbage from the market. You're going to now slice it thinly. Okay, just slice as thin as possible. Use your knife to slice. Yeah. And when you're done slicing, you can further break it down with your knife into smaller sizes, smaller pieces, or just cut it into any shape or size that you like. And always remember, you are the chief chef, the master chef of your kitchen. So just do you, okay? So when you're done with the cabbage, you are then going to rinse your cabbage in a bowl of water. You can even sprinkle salt just to make sure that your cabbage is clean and thoroughly washed. Then you use your sieve to bring it out and then you set it aside. Our cabbage is ready. I hope you are following. Next one is our carrots, you guys. So get your carrots from the market, wash thoroughly, and then you can even scrape the back of your carrot if it's not clean. And now you're going to get this grater. This one is a very popular grater. Just get it and then you're going to grate your carrots. Shred your carrots like this. If you have a processor, you can use your processor. Now you're going to mix all our ingredients together, starting with the chicken and then the cabbage and then the carrots together in a bowl. And to the last ingredient, you guys, we are not done, no. This one is a loaded sandwich. Get some boiled eggs, your regular eggs, boil it up and then cut into smaller pieces and pour in that bowl of chicken, cabbage and carrots. And this one is a very rich sandwich. This one is the Odogu style. Now you get to get some mayonnaise, okay? So just sprinkle some mayonnaise all over it. The mayonnaise is going to act as a binder to bind the ingredients together, you guys. Voice over is not easy. So you mix together thoroughly till you get a very creamy, well combined mixture for your bread. At this point, you might want to get your sliced bread because your filling is ready. Set it aside and then this is your sliced bread, you guys. This first one is for the ancestors. Let's remove it and set it aside. Do you agree that it's for the ancestors or do you like that first part? I don't like it, but do you like it? Let me know in the comment section. You're going to get your toaster, your regular toaster, right? And then you're going to butter the toaster. Grease the toaster so that your bread will not stick to the toaster, which is what I'm doing. Don't worry. The second recipe will show you how to make a bread sandwich without a toaster. So just make sure you watch this video to the end. But if you have a toaster, yeah, you're good to go. Yeah. So you're going to get your mayonnaise, spread all over the bread first, and then you're going to put your filling, and then be as generous as you want. This one, you're the one cooking, so make sure you take charge. Then when you're done, you cover with the other slice, and then you're also going to butter the top of the bread so that it will not stick as well to the toaster. And your bread sandwich will be ready in few minutes. In case you might want to ask, Spices, what kind of butter do I use to grease my toaster? You can use the regular butter, or you can use your margarine. You see those Simas, King's margarine, you can use them. That was what I use as well. So now our bread sandwich is ready. This, yes, if you try this recipe, your family will be so impressed with you because it is so rich, creamy, satisfying, healthy, and very, very delicious. Just pair this with a cup of tea and go and sleep, because you're still going to like this recipe. This is the first one. Now we're going to move to the second recipe. This is another type of simple sandwich you should know how to make. If you don't have a toaster, you'd love this one in particular. Now let's get started. For the filling, you're going to be needing some sardine. We are going to separate the oil from the fish and pour in a bowl. I know that somebody's about to say it's spicy. Sardine in this economy. EFCC must hear of this. Please go. I used my last 2K to buy it. So if you can get sardine, get it. If you cannot get it, then you have to skip the sardine, okay? Use what you have. That was soya pepper that I just sprinkled inside it because, you guys, I like pepper a lot. So anywhere I go with my pepper. So I sprinkled some soya pepper, and then to the other filling, you're going to be needing some cabbage, the one that we shredded earlier, the carrot as well. I didn't use everything, so I reserved it. And then some mayonnaise. You are going to now combine it together. So we mix and set it aside, and then we are going to make some fried egg. So we're basically using the same ingredients, but we're just switching it up. So the other one was boiled egg, this one is fried. So in the bowl, I broke into eggs, sprinkled some salt, seasoning powder, pepper, whatever you like. You can even leave it plain depending on what you like. And then we are going to pour in a pan. Remember to whisk your egg. Pour in a pan. Sprinkle some oil in your pan. Pour the eggs in and leave the eggs to fry to form your omelette. And then you can flip over to cook the other side. And then while it is cooking, frying, you can just use your spatula to cut into maybe like 2 equal parts or 4 equal parts, depending on what you want to do. So right now I'm just trying to cut this into 4 equal parts. Okay, so it will be easy for me to put in the middle of my bread. And by the way, if this is your first time on this channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Now we're going to get our bread slices and we're going to butter the bread slices, front and back as you want. And then you're going to bring out your pan. I'm still using my grill pan. If you have a fry pan, use your frying pan. So we're trying to toast the bread without a toaster or any gadget. We are using just our pan. So you're going to butter your bread, lay your bread on the pan, and then you flip over when the other side is crispy and golden brown. That is what we are trying to achieve. So by the time you are done flipping, this is what you should have, okay? So the reason why my own is having grill mark is because I'm using a grill pan. If you are using a normal frying pan, yours might not have this mark on the bread, okay? So now that we have our bread, it's time to layer our sandwich, starting with your mayonnaise spread all over the bread. So did you guys notice that I have like 2 breads side by side, mayonnaise both at the same time? And then you're going to just spread it generously all over the bread. And now on one of the bread slices, you're going to spread your sardine mix, the one I added pepper to. Yours might be just sardine. Spread it all over it and then cover with the other slice, okay? So we are trying to do like a double-decker kind of sandwich. Then on that other slice, you're also going to spread some mayonnaise over it to keep your sandwich very creamy and crispy at the same time. Then you're going to spread your coleslaw mix, the cabbage and the carrots on the other slice, and then you're going to cover it. Oh, we almost forgot about fried egg. Hey, so you're going to place it on it before covering with the last slice, you guys. And now we are going to cut our bread sandwich equally to give it that cute triangle shape, and you are ready, you guys. So tell me, which of the 2 recipes do you prefer, the first one or the second one? Okay, let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions for me, let me know as well, and I can't wait to see you in our next recipe. I love you so much.